great about that, other than trying to help people who are in a state of invasion.
But yeah, right now, I mean,
Welcome back to the Immigration Answer Show. Jim Hacking, immigration lawyer practicing law throughout the United States at our offices right here in St. Louis, plus San Diego, plus Washington, D.C. How's everybody doing? How's your week going? Today's Thursday, the 15th, payday. Hope everybody's getting paid, making that money. What's going on? We're going to talk about immigration today? I think we should. I think we should talk about immigration today. Let's do it. How's everybody doing? Good to see all of our friends in the comments. Good. Lots of the usual suspects. Today is Thursday, so I expect most of the RDs will be off camera. Speaking of, EBS is here. Hello, EBS. You're on mute. Hello.
Hi,
EBS.
Jimmy.
How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you so much for doing this.
Go for it.
Yeah. Just a quick question. Okay. Yeah. I have a friend here in the States who is who has just recently been granted asylum. Then he wanted to invite his dad over for visits.
Okay.
Yeah. So while filling the DS-160 form, there was a pension there where they're asking if you have a U.S. citizen. I mean, if you have an immediate relative, which is yes.
Right.
And then later on, they were asking for the status. But then the options there is citizen, which is not. Permanent residence is not a permanent resident yet. Then the other option is others, stroke, I don't know. And then I think, so what is the right thing to take there so that it doesn't put in any wrong thing?
So it's citizen, green card holder, or what was the last option?
The last option was a non-immigrant. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know if there's I would probably, if you can, leave it blank. Otherwise, I'd put non-immigrant because they're not a citizen. They're not a green card holder.
Then the other one is others, stroke,
what?
I don't know.
The other's what?
Others, stroke, I don't know. So I thought, and there's no option to actually, yeah, there's others.
Other. Yeah, put other.
Okay. All right.
That's it.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I don't think Dad's going to get a visa because once they figure out Sonny Boy came to the United States and applied for asylum, they're probably not going to give the dad. They're probably not going to give the dad a visa to the United States.
Okay. All right. So I'll let him know. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, EBS. See you, buddy. All right. Abdul Rahman is here. Hello.
Hey, what's up, Jim? How you doing?
Good.
I'm sorry. Give me 1 second.
Sure.
All right. I have a quick question, if you don't mind. So, I'm separated with my ex right now, and I want to go visit overseas, but my green card expiration is still valid till April next year, and we're not complete the first year yet to start the divorce process. So, is there any risk for me to go overseas for a visit for a couple of weeks?
Why do you want to go overseas for a couple of weeks?
Like my grandma, she's a little bit tired, and I want just to visit my family too as well.
When you married your spouse that got you your green card, were you in status or were you out of status?
I was in status.
Okay. And when did you get when was the 2-year green card approved?
I got it while I'm overseas before I moved here.
Oh, so it was an immigrant visa thing?
Yeah.
When did you where did he go? When did you arrive in the United States?
April 2023.
So you've only been here about a year, and then did you move out, or did she move out, or what happened?
Yeah. We separated right now for like it's gonna be a year in this November. We stayed together for 8 months basically.
Why was it so short?
Um, it's like I found out something like a cheating process or something, and I just like I cut it out
Do you have
there.
proof of that?
Yeah. I have a couple of proofs about that.
So your plan is to file a 751 without her and say it was a real marriage, it just didn't work out because she was cheating on you.
Basically, the 1 year separate is gonna be complete in 1 year. It the separate. I'm in North Carolina, so we have to separate for 1 year. So we're gonna November to start the process, but I don't know. I'm not in touch with her anymore, so I don't know what she planned. I don't know if she started anything overseas. I talked to you about it before, and you told me if you want to do anything, you do it in here in the U.S., like a divorce process or whatever. Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you're asking me from a purely immigration standpoint, I would say try not to leave until you get your 10-year green card. If you have to go see your grandma because she's tired, I guess that's okay. I would rather you not leave the United States.
But is there anything could make it a problem as long I'm legally here yet?
I don't know. I mean, you have a pretty short marriage, I mean, for all I know, she wrote a letter to CBP and USCIS saying that you just married her for a green card and that you abused her and all this stuff. So I don't know. What I'm telling you is, from an immigration standpoint, you shouldn't go. Or if you're asking me, Jim, can you guarantee that nothing bad is going to happen to me? No, I can't. So you can do whatever you want. My advice is, based on the facts you're telling me, I'm being conservative. I know that. I would wait to leave the United States until I have my 10-year green card.
I already booked my ticket though.
Okay, so what? That doesn't change my analysis. Just because you bought a ticket doesn't mean I'm going to change my. Oh shit! Abdul Rahman bought his ticket, so therefore your immigration advice is worthless. I mean,
Yeah, no, yeah. I'm just saying, but
you just want me to tell you what you want to hear.
yeah, no, I want it to be just like the quiet, honest advice. So that's what I want to hear.
I mean, do I think 99 times out of 100 you go and come back? No problem. Yeah, probably 99, 98. But what if something else happens?
Like what?
Like CBP says we don't want to let you in. We think you're a fraud.
But I'm legally here still. Like
I'm gonna get going. Good luck to you, Abdul Rahman. See you, buddy.
Thank you.
People like to hear what they want to hear. Mima's here. Hello, Mima.
Oh, hi.
How you doing?
I am good. I'm actually this is the first time I'm watching this chat because I never have time. So
Oh,
I'm
good.
basically
Well, thanks for
using
watching.
my break. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had actually a question about my process. So I filed I-751 jointly, still married, still living with the husband. And I filed in 2022. I had my interview. Well, we had our interview I-751 in 5 months ago. So 4/2/2024, we passed all the interview. Everything was easy. I also had an N400 interview at the same day. I passed that too. The English test, literature, history, all of that. And 100, it's been 140 days right now. I didn't have any response. The officer that I had an interview with had gave me a notice that decisions made, congrats, all of that. So, and he told me to wait for my oath, but then I still to this day I never received my oath ceremony. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. I already contacted the USCIS ombudsman, senator. They didn't really help. They just said, hey, due to workload, we don't have. We don't. I don't really know. It's just said that due to workload, it's just bad. I think it's just an excuse. So I was thinking that while I-751 is pending, am I able to file 1447B or do I gotta file a mandamus and 1447B?
Look at you.
How does that work?
Look at you. 1447B. I love it. So 1447B. Look at her.
That's
Look
gonna
at
take
her.
away from them.
1447B, for everybody who doesn't know, that's the rule that I like so much, that says if 120 days go by, you can go in and ask a federal judge to naturalize you. It's the best mandamus thing that there is. So you would do one lawsuit and you would put both the 751. You'd have a mandamus claim for the 751 and the other one
Are those
for
filed together?
one
Okay.
lawsuit.
Oh, so just one lawsuit. Okay, yeah. I
Which
had.
field office?
I'm actually in Reno, Nevada.
So Nevada. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's just one federal court in Nevada.
I think so. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, good stuff. If you want our help, let me know. We love to file those. Those are our favorites.
Yeah, actually, I was actually, that's why I actually followed all of these, because I wanted to kind of see however that works. I mean, I already read all of it about how to file it on my own, because my case is not complicated other than just USCIS not doing their job.
Right.
Because I know multiple people here that got naturalized within the same month, and I'm like, well,
Why
what
do
is
you,
wrong?
why do you
They
think
actually,
they're sitting? Why do you think they're sitting on it?
I don't really know. Maybe because of my last name. My last name is not Tracy, though. It's Milosevic, and I'm coming from Serbia.
Oh,
So if you've been following the
right,
90s
right.
and the last name and all, I don't know. That's just my. I actually had a USCIS visit last week on our home.
Oh, tell me about that.
That was at 6:50 a.m. and I was actually at this work where I'm working right now because I work in healthcare, and left at 6:45 for a job. Came at work and I received a phone call from my husband, which I couldn't see.
Wait. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
You're telling me you left at 6:45 and they knocked on the door at 6:50?
6:50, 5 minutes. I know.
So I think they do. Do you think that was on accident or on purpose?
I don't know.
I think it's on purpose. I think it's on purpose. I think they wait to see one person leave so that they can cause trouble. I think that's on purpose.
Could be. I really don't know because I couldn't really see anyone, and we own our home. So I left around 6:50 they came. And they ring the doorbell, and of course my husband, he's a U.S. citizen. U.S. citizens don't really know how to deal with immigration, only if they're really like skilled. He's obviously not in that field or anything. Never needed to deal with immigration up until he met me. So anyway, he opens the door. Our dogs are going wild. I think they didn't even say their names. There's one of them just showed the badge and said that they're from immigration and asked for his ID, which he gave them. And then they ask, "Where's your wife?" And then she comes back from home, from work. How many days she works? How many rooms do you have in your home? And who stayed in your home? And my husband was like, "If she already gave you all of these answers, and we had an interview, why are you coming to our home to ask me anything?" And then at the end, they were like, "Well, you should know where your wife is." And he was like, "Well, I know where my wife is, but why do you care?" He was really defensive. So I think that was kind of bad thing, but we didn't really know that they will come to our home. Well, he didn't. I never even thought about that, but I'm like, I don't really care. Even if they come, hopefully they find both of us. But anyway, so they asked to come in our home, and my husband is like, "Do you have a warranty?" Which way they didn't. So he was like, "Well, if you don't have a warranty, then I can't the warrant, then I can't talk to you because you don't have a warrant." So I don't know. I don't know if that was just like another way of them saying, "Hey, we just want to, reject you for your citizenship." But it wouldn't make sense of us not living together if I owned a home. So, because we own our home. So,
when
I don't really know at this point.
when you got your original green card, did they separate you and your spouse?
For my first green card, we had an interview, but we had that interview together. So for that first one, they didn't, but for the second one, yeah, they separated us. But I think all the questions that they asked him, it was all basically all the same questions like
So
me.
why are they suspicious about your marriage?
The only what it comes to my mind is when we filed I-751, we lived in one location, which was a rental. 2 streets from where I live right now. But anyway, same state, everything is the same city. And then when I filed my N400, we moved. We bought a house. So now we live on the different address. So
No,
basically,
that's not it.
I-751.
That's not it, because they were on your marriage. They gave you a Stokes interview on the original green card. Why were you out of status when you first got married?
Yes, for no, actually, yeah, for like a month, maybe for like 6 months, I would say. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Cause
All right. Well, if you need our help with the lawsuit, let me know. Okay.
yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I will probably contact you back.
Thanks, Mima.
Thank you.
One thing I wanted to say is if they just
Yes.
came into the site visit a week ago, I might give it a month before I sue them. You might save yourself some money.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Cause I actually requested FOIA just to see what's going on with the application, if they are moving it, if they're not working on it. Cause
Yeah.
I think that they didn't have a supervisor at this location. I've searched USA jobs, citizenship, and everything. They didn't have one, so I think that the people that work right there, they don't have anyone to approve their things. And also, I think that my I-751 is stuck in the California Service Center versus N-400 being in Reno, so that's also kind of delaying it. I'm not really sure, but I'm gonna wait for my FOIA up until that arrives. Gonna wait for that for a month, and then
Did you have your interview in Reno or in Vegas?
in Reno.
Okay. Thanks, Mima. We'll see you later.
Yep. Thank you. Bye.
All right. Oh, that's what's wrong. I thought my mouse was dead, and now my mouse might be dead. I can't get to the top row. What's going on here? That means I got to talk to Amaru. No, my mouse is dead. What the heck? Hold on. I got to charge that shit. Let's see. Huli, can you pull Amaru up for me? I can't do it. There he is.
Hey, Jim. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam, bud. How you doing?
Good. Quick question on the N600. Do they have to take civics exam?
No.
Oh, okay. No exam.
No, and there's not even a real interview. There's just this cheesy ceremony where they play God Bless the USA by Lee Greenwood, and everybody stands and says the oath.
Okay, that's it, man. Thanks.
All right, buddy. See ya. Huli, can you get me visa approved today? Hello. You're on mute or something. I can't hear you.
I speak off camera, Jim.
Yeah, off camera, please. Huli, can you do that for me? My mouse is dead. Maybe she can't. Let me see. Maybe my mouse is working now. Oh, there we go. All right, go for it.
Yeah, so I got my visa approved today on the spot, like by the consul officer.
What kind?
Sorry?
What kind of visa?
Is it CR1?
Got it.
Yeah. And I've got a couple of questions for you. So what do I do next? I mean, I guess I'm excited, but I don't know what to do next.
So you have to go on the Ellis system and pay the Ellis fee.
Right.
It's like $260 so that your green card follows you, and then you have to buy your plane ticket, and then you have to come to the
Right. Okay. Also, when so I've heard people say that when you get into the States at your 2-year mark, it changes from CR1 to IR1. And myself and my partner are coming, towards the 2-year point. So
when?
I was thinking to January first.
January is not soon. January is not soon. January. Huh?
About a few months.
No, January is 5 months away. Get on the plane and come to America. Don't play games and try to be cute so that you don't have to do a 751.
Right. I mean, I get it. It's just that I'm in the military, and they need to also release me from service first. So I need to then go to my chain of command, and it takes around 5 months for them to sort of release me. So that's the only reason why, like, I'm concerned.
When does your visa expire?
So they only approved it today, so I've not even had my visa yet. I need to wait for about a week or so to collect
How long
it.
ago did you do your medical?
I did it last week.
Okay. So
On the 8th of August.
You might get around 5 months, but don't be playing games. Just get your butt over here.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much, Jim.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Congrats. I'm happy for you.
Cheers. Thank you very much.
Got it. All right. We like good news like that. That's always good news. All right. I got my mouse back. All right. I see a bunch of people who I talked to yesterday on the show. I'm not going to call on you today. I have not had a chance to look over the things that you sent me, so I'm not calling you on when I haven't even had a chance to look at the stuff that you sent me. So I will look at that. There's 2 people in the waiting room that I got stuff from yesterday. I haven't had time. I will get to it soon. Al, hello.
Hello, how are you doing?
Great. How you doing?
Fine. Quick question on the N445. There's a question: have you traveled after the interview?
Yeah.
So if somebody has traveled, they put yes, but do they have to bring any documentation or just the dates?
They can and they should. I would bring my passport. I would bring my ticket. I would show when I left and when I came back.
But what happens if they don't have the tickets? They need to get it.
Why don't they have the tickets? They just
Because,
it just happened.
because they traveled about a year ago.
A year ago?
Yeah, because by the time the interview happened and the oath ceremony, it took 18 months. So.
Oh wow. I mean, if you're asking me, Jim, what's best? What's best is to bring some kind of proof of the entry and the exit.
So the passport should be good enough.
Okay, people always want to do the bare minimum. I tell you to do what's best, but then people always want to do the bare minimum. Do what you want. What I'm saying is try to bring the copy of the ticket.
Got you. All right. Thanks.
Bye, Al. See you, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, we got a lot of room in the waiting room. It's Thursday. Got a lot of room in the waiting room. So if you want to ask me a question, never been a better time. Kwaku's here. Hello, Kwaku.
Hello.
How you doing, buddy?
First, I want to say I'm good. First, I want to say thank you for everything you do for us.
Sure.
Yes. So my question is, I have a cousin that I helped with his I-130 in the past, but he had a problem and he filed for power, and he got approved 2021. So I want to know when to put in the N400 for him. But the problem is that he has 2 domestic cases, which is unfounded. One was 2019 and one was 2020. So I want to calculate how long because the domestic cases, you have to do 5 years after domestic to put in the N400 for power cases. So I want to know if when to put the N400.
So generally, it's 5 years from when the whatever sentence or plea or whatever ends. So whenever the criminal authorities stopped having jurisdiction over you.
Oh, so the newest was 2020. So should I count from 2020 or 2019? There's 2 domestic cases.
So whenever the courts were done with him on the latest case at the time.
Oh, okay. So okay. All right. So would you say like 2025 October since 2020? Oh, okay. The other question.
5 full years from whenever they're done with him.
Oh, okay. So the other question is, I have brothers back home in West Africa, and my mother filed a F2B category for them to come. And what happened was that they still waiting. One of them came, from the Caribbean. He went from West Africa to the Caribbean, but they called him early, so he was here 2022. But the rest back home in West Africa, they haven't had any embassy hasn't called them since 2015 in the F2B category.
You mean mom? The priority date's 2015.
Yes.
Okay. And is the priority date current? What's been going on? Has she done stuff at the National Visa Center for them, or what?
I wrote a letter on her behalf, but I haven't had any response. I wrote a letter about 2 weeks ago requesting about what is going on with the National Visa Center, why the other brothers haven't been able to get a visa numbers. Now it's past 2015. The priority date now is in 2017, I think.
Well, let's take a look. I'm going to pull it up right now.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Sure. All right. So F2B final action date, May of 2016. So yeah, has your mom already paid the fees and everything over there? Has she submitted the affidavit of support and the 260s, all that stuff?
Yes. The invoices, everything is good.
Have they been documentarily qualified?
Yes.
Are they
actually one of them has been? Sorry, I'm listening. Sorry.
You're fine, buddy. Go ahead.
One of them has been documentarily qualified since 2022, and he still hasn't been called. And the other one was 2023, and he still hasn't been called. So
Are
they're
they
still waiting.
are they both still single?
Yes,
Okay. And do you know if people from their country with priority dates after theirs are getting interviews?
I don't know. No.
I would get on some chat boards and see if they haven't had their interviews yet. I mean, to me, 2 years seems like a long time, especially for the first brother. But
Oh,
at some point soon, I might think about suing for both. You can put both brothers in one lawsuit.
oh, okay. Oh, okay. I think one of them, the younger one, got married. The older one didn't. I think the younger one did, but that was recently. I think mid this year.
Did he marry a U.S. citizen?
No, no, no. Back home.
So then he's out.
Yeah,
If he gets married, he's out.
out meaning I don't.
It means he doesn't get a visa because he got married. You got to be single to be F2B.
Oh, but it was 8 years, and he was waiting, waiting, waiting.
I understand it. I understand it conceptually, but immigration wise and legally, he's out.
Oh, oh, I didn't know that. So that means if you're waiting all this time, you're not supposed to get married. If
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Oh
Yep.
wow, but do they usually send a letter for us to know that they can't come over here since we don't know? We
No,
don't.
they don't know that he's. How would they know that he's married?
Oh, oh,
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Kwaku. See you, buddy.
okay. Thank you very much.
You got it. All right. Let's go to Sam. Hi, Sam. Sam.
Yes, Mr. Jim, how are you?
Great. How you doing?
I'm good. So I have a question for you. It's I applied for my citizenship, and I'm waiting on my interview.
Okay.
So my question is about my address. So my current address, which I put on my application, is different than the address on my ID, even though both addresses are in the same state and even the same zip code. So they still under the jurisdiction of the same USCIS office. So would that cause a problem, or do I need to change my ID or what?
Why is this true?
It's because I'm between both addresses. So my current address is just kind of a temporary address, but my main address is still the one on my ID, which I still get mail and stuff.
Are you applying on the 3-year rule or the 5-year rule?
No, the 5-year rule.
And how did you get your green card?
Marriage.
And is everything still good with the marriage?
We're separated now.
See, so why didn't you just tell me that at the beginning? Why are you being clever with addresses? Why not just use one
No,
address?
on the application. No, on the application, I mentioned everything. I'm not trying to hide anything. I'm just asking.
I know, my brother. At some point soon,
on the application.
Hold on. At some point soon, you're going to get called in for an interview, right?
Yes.
And when you get called in for your interview, the officer is going to look at your N400 and it's going to say that you live on Brown Avenue, right?
Okay.
But then on the driver's license, it says you live on Red Avenue, right?
Correct.
Hey, Sam, why does your driver's license say you live on one street, but you don't live? But your form says you live on another street.
Yeah, it's because the address I'm staying right now. It's not my address. Like I'm staying with a friend, so it's not really but my main address is the one on my ID.
Okay, why are you staying with a friend?
It's because I'm separated.
And why'd you get separated?
Well, we had some disagreements between me and my wife.
When?
About a year ago.
So a little bit after you got your green card. How long ago did you get your green card?
We got separated about a year after I got my 10-year green card.
Hmm. And when you married this person, were you in status or out of status?
Out.
Hmm. In what field office conducted your green card interview?
Do you mind? I don't know. Do you mind if I don't mention the?
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. That's totally fine. If USCIS if USCIS came and knocked on your wife's hello, go ahead.
If you just give me 1 second, I'm at work.
Yeah, okay. Sam's got. There's a lot of clients coming in, as Tony points out. I mean, I don't know. It's he's applied on the 5-year rule. I don't know that it's the biggest thing in the world. But I mean, it was funny. Last night, Amani and I were meeting with some law students. And she, it's funny, you guys have seen my Yes sweatshirt. It just says in big letters, YES. Amani hates that sweatshirt because she says, you don't know what the question is. How can you say yes? So Nora and I bought her a no sweatshirt. So it says no. But Amani and I were sitting there and she said, I'd like to give the officer lots of different ways to say yes.
Yes, Mr. Jamal. I'm sorry, I'm back.
Yeah. All right, Sam.
I just want to tell you that on the application, I mentioned when they ask me where your current wife live with, I put her address. And when they ask where is your address is, I put my address. So they 2 different addresses. So I'm not trying to hide anything.
I know. So is your driver's license address the address that she's staying at?
Yeah, it's my marriage address. Yes.
Okay, good. So if USCIS came and knocked on her door tomorrow and said, hey, tell us about Sam.
Yeah, that is the thing that I want to talk to you about too, because I know it's kind of weird, but this is the situation. So things between us, we're separated, but things between us are kind of friendly. So she might even willing to come with me to the interview. So I don't know if it's a good idea, bad idea, but I'm just telling you.
No, I don't think I don't think it's a good idea.
Because we still talk and stuff. Sometimes we go out to dinner and stuff, but we just don't live together. I mean, I'm not saying I'm not in a relationship and she's not in another relationship, so we still talk to each other, but we just have some disagreements.
How long were you out of status before you married this person?
Oh no, a long time. It was several years.
So did you come on a visit visa and then start working somewhere, not go back on your visit visa, and then eventually you married this person?
I came, I was an overstay. I came with a visit visa. I was an overstay, yes.
And were you married back home when you got your visit visa, or were you single?
No, I was single. No.
Okay, so Sam, I heard the bells jingling when you were getting all those people walking in the store. I have seen myself the guy who comes to the United States on a visit visa, never leaves, starts working in a grocery store, a supermarket, gas station sort of quickly, is here for a while out of status. Then he meets this lady and she sponsors him for a green card. I think that the fact that you're still friendly, they like to use everything against you. So they might say, well, this whole thing was just you just getting a green card. She's just helping you out. And I don't know.
No, we lived together. We lived together for over 6 years. We went on trips. She seen my family. I met her family. We have all the photos. We have, I mean, it was a real marriage. We lived together. We just have some disagreements over some stuff in our lives, and that's it's a real. We lived together and everything.
Okay, I believe you. I'm just saying that I've seen this movie a lot myself. That's all I'm saying.
So even though I'm applying under the 5-year rule, it's not gonna.
Still fair game. Everything. They can ask about anything. I mean, hopefully,
even if she.
Hopefully they.
Yeah,
won't.
That's why I was thinking if things are good between us, or I mean, if things are kind of good between us, if she can come with me to the interview in case they are suspicious.
That's
they want to talk to her.
That's weird. That's weird. Separated people don't go to each other's interviews.
No, just for support. I mean, just support me.
All right, Sam. Good luck, buddy.
So my question about the address, do you think I should update my ID or not for my current address?
No, it sounds like you've been upfront on everything, and you can explain. I'm staying at somebody else's house, and that's because we're going. Has anybody filed for divorce or no?
No divorce on file yet.
Yeah, so you'll just explain it to him. I think you're doing fine.
Okay, just my concern about my updating my ID is if I just update it now to my current address and they look at it at my interview, they might think, well, you just update your address, you have to wait like 90 days or something and file again. Is that something they might
Not if
do
you're
if I update my?
not if you're in this. So wait, so just to be clear, when you filed for the N400, you put your friend's address on the N400, but your driver's license says the old address of where you lived with your wife.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. I'm okay with this.
And both address in the same state and the same zip code and everything. It's not I'm out of state or anything.
I'll just say one more thing.
Yes.
I think you should bring a lawyer to your interview.
I think I should bring a lawyer. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Thanks,
okay.
Sam. See you,
I'll
buddy.
think about it. Thank you. Okay. Thank you.
All right. Bye. All right. That was Sam. Let's go to Mo. Hi, Mo.
How's it going, Jim?
Good, buddy. How you doing?
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah,
Good afternoon.
Yeah.
Hey, Jim. I have a couple of questions. Do you mind I turn off the camera?
Yeah, sure. I got you off. You're good.
Thank you, sir. I hope you're doing good. Salam alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Everything's good, man.
Yes, sir. So basically, I just want to have a quick review about my case. I'm married to a U.S. citizen, and I applied 2022 in April. I got my interview coming next Thursday, and I'm just kind of nervous, to be honest, because like my case took kind of like a long time, and right now they're asking me for an interview, and they asking me for sponsorship, like a joint sponsorship.
So is this interview going to be inside the United States or outside the United States?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Which?
Houston, Texas.
Okay. So this is a marriage-based green card case?
Yes, sir.
When did you come to the United States?
2015.
What kind of a visa did you have?
F1.
How long did you go to school?
Till December 2021.
You got OPT?
I did, but for somehow I got denied, and I did the appeal at 290B. I guess.
Oh, those are hard. Those are hard to win. When OPT gets denied, that's pretty much it. Okay. When did you get married?
October 2019.
Okay, so you've always been in status.
I have, and as soon as I had the case for 290B, right? As soon as I apply for my marriage, they dropped the case.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so when did you file for the green card?
April 2022.
Okay, and you're just having your interview now.
Yes.
Why do you think your case has taken so long?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, come on. Give me a guess.
I know is Texas is backlogged, like
Cap, boo. Nope, that's not it. It's not Texas.
There's nothing I can think of.
Have either of you been married before?
No.
Have you lived apart at all since you got married?
Yeah. Actually, when we got married, I didn't apply until we lived together because I was going to school. She was in different state, like we were just meet like we used to meet. But then when we decided to get married, and when I finished my school, we moved in together.
And then you applied.
Yes, sir. That's what took me.
So since the time you applied, you've lived together.
Yes, sir.
Everything is cool with the marriage?
Yes, sir.
Your spouse hasn't written any letters to USCIS saying you're a bad dude?
No.
Okay.
I'm just because recently they haven't been waiving interviews, and I was thinking I know every case is different, but I was thinking like I would not have interview since I've been married this long time and I'm waiting this long time. But I'm just kind of nervous. I don't know, like I don't know if like
side character. Go ahead. So what? So
yeah, I'm just I'm just kind of worried, like why would they call me for an interview?
Why do you think?
I mean, it's normal. Like it's like
Either of you been married before?
no, sir.
Age gap?
She's 2 years older than me.
That's nothing. Have either of you had any interaction with law enforcement?
I did have some type of, but is like everything is solved, but it's not really. It's just misrepresentation, misrepresent paperwork for the custom, and then through the agent. But then I explained to them about was what happened, and I paid like a kind of a penalty, and then they just I had like it's nothing against me, it just they hold my shipment, and then I explained to them what's going on, and then they released my shipment, and they and like there's nothing against me. It was just like a motorcycle thing.
Shipment of what?
Motorcycles.
When did that happen?
That was September 2022.
Right after you filed for your green card.
Yeah, like six months later.
And so, were you accompanying the motorcycles, or they were shipped? I guess they were shipped on a boat, right?
Yeah, and the container, and through the the cruise, or like not cruise, sorry, like a
cargo ship.
Yes, sir.
So tell me what happened.
It just the agent who shipped the motorcycle, he didn't represent. He didn't file the right price for the motorcycles, and somehow the officer started questioning like,
So what was the actual value of the motorcycles, and what did the agent put?
Is a lot of them. He just like guessed, and he just he just did put whatever the price is, and then the officer stopped the shipment. He said inspection, and then asked for a bill of sales. And a bill of sales, when I get him the bill of sale was something else. So he was like, "Come on, like." He basically he threw me in the problem. He just got away with it, and I had to contact the CBP officer, and I told him, and he detained my shipment. It wasn't hauled for like 1.5 years. Basically, I just got him back in like March. It was like 8 motorcycles, and like nothing really against me, but I just explained to them what happened. But the process, with the anything has to do with the law enforcement, it takes like a while.
So again, I asked what was the real value of the motorcycles and what was the stated value of the motorcycles?
Like it's 10,000 worth bike, and he put like 5,000.
How many bikes?
8.
So 40 grand.
Did different prices, and one of them was like 13,000. He put like 15.
Well, I'm just trying to get overall, how much is the difference between what was stated and what the actual value was?
Not much, like 2, 3, 4, 5,000. I think the fact he didn't like the agent I was shipping with, that's why
because the agent lied. That's why.
Yeah, so he threw me in, and he dragged me into it, and then I explained to the officer. He told me you should not ship with him then.
Okay, so which was this, out of LA or where?
Sir,
where did the shipment come in?
It was exported from here to Saudi Arabia, but it was hauled right here in Texas. I was investigated by them, but everything through the emails, and it's just me and the officer, and I explained to them, and I write a petition, and as soon as they seen the petition, and because the officers they keep like leaving the agency every time I ask about my case, they say like, "Oh, we're still working on it." Oh, officer who have quit the agency, so we're waiting on somebody else to get it. So really, this one thing, maybe I'm glad to bring it up. So I don't know if they they ask you like if you ever had a problem, but I never had any federal.
Well, what happened with so did you pay a fine?
I paid $500 as a penalty, or but really I asked the officer, and the officer, she told me like, no, you are good, like nothing, you already ship them, and I already shipped them back again to Saudi.
Right, but $500 per bike or just total?
No, total.
Did you admit to doing anything wrong?
Did I admit
to doing anything wrong?
I did.
What does that mean?
I mean, I just told them like I was doing business with him, and I didn't know what to do.
Oh, I guess what I mean is, when you paid the fine, did you also, by doing that, admit to doing wrongdoing, bad things?
No.
Okay. And did anyone ask you how long have you been in the shipping business?
Not really, sir.
Because you know I'm Muslim, right?
Yeah, of course. I've been watching it for a long time.
Yeah. So when I first became Muslim, man, this is before 9/11. I had a Saudi guy that I knew who got in big trouble for sending cars back to Saudi Arabia, and he was
Hold on. What you say, Saudi guy?
Yeah.
Shipping cars.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what I do with cars and motorcycles.
So I think you might get in trouble for working in the United States without permission, and I also think you got to be really careful about blaming the agent for what happened to you. I think if you go into that interview and act like you didn't have anything to do with it, you're just a victim of this guy. I think they're going to come at you. That would piss me off if I was an officer, and I'd come after you. So one other question: did you ever talk to a criminal lawyer about everything that was going on?
I did.
Okay, and did they advise you as you went through that process?
Actually, I went through them, but they asked for a lot of money, and I mean, I needed a custom lawyer, and I believe I called you like this before. I asked you about it, and
Me?
I called you a long time ago. It was in Ramadan, not Ramadan like last Ramadan,
Yeah,
not this one, like 2 years, because it's been a long time.
Yeah.
Now, when I explained to them, they said, "Oh yeah, it's not your fault. It's the shipment, and it depends on the custom how they want to look at it. So really, all you have to do is just write a petition." But they want like 20 grand just write me a petition. So I was like, all right, I just do it. I'll just explain myself because I don't believe I did something wrong. I just told them what happened, and to be honest, I was working in my name, but then later on I had like 2 partners and we have an LLC, so we working like a legitimate like business.
All while on an F1 visa.
Sir?
While you were on an F1 visa.
Yeah, but this happened right after when I graduated from school, and I was like already filed with the papers like 6 months later.
The reason I brought up the issue with my friend who was selling cars is the FBI is super concerned with people sending things, especially vehicles, to Saudi Arabia, both for criminal things and terrorism things. So I think you made a big mistake by not paying that $20,000 to the lawyer, and I think you might have stepped into something that might keep you from getting your green card. And I think there's a serious chance that when you show up at your green card interview, there's going to be people there other than immigration officers. I do not think it's going to be a fun interview, and I don't think much of the interview is going to be about your marriage.
I'm freaking out now.
I would be freaking out.
You think you can help me with my interview?
Well, I'll tell you what. I would be willing to do that. Do you know the date already? You don't have to say the date, but do you know the date?
This is a week from now.
Oh fuck. No, I can't get involved in that. But you need to talk to a lawyer, a criminal defense lawyer, and see if you've got criminal exposure here. I'm worried about the whole thing.
I mean, I have nothing against me. Like if there's something, they would come to my door and get me because they know what I'm at.
But here's what you're forgetting, my brother. When you go into that green card interview, they'll probably have your wife sit outside, and they're going to have you raise your hand and swear under oath, and then you're under oath for everything in your whole life, which means that office. I've been to these interviews. That person who's sitting over there in the chair, who's not the immigration officer, sitting here like you and me, they're over there feeding stuff to you or to the officer to ask you, or they're just asking things. I mean, it's so funny that you were like, I don't know why I'm getting called in for an interview, but we sort of left this part out. I think this is the whole thing. Because everything with the marriage is right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, we cool. I mean, I was just thinking like, it's normal processing.
Well, I mean, I think that, I think they're going to dig in deep. Oh, and here's a whole other thing. And I want you to be very quiet when I say this, okay? If you were running a business shipping vehicles or motorcycles back to Saudi Arabia, I sure as hell hope that you were paying taxes correctly on all the income that you were generating by sending everything back in seas, because there's going to be an immigration officer there. There's going to be an IRS or treasury officer over there. There's going to be a customs officer over there, right? And if not, they're going to be listening, right? So I think probably your biggest exposure is for tax fraud. And that's why you need to talk to a criminal defense attorney before your interview next week. Because they're going to say, this is what they're saying to themselves. If he did this on this one shipment that we happened to catch, then think of all the other shipments that he made that we didn't catch. So I think there's a chance that there's a federal investigation going on of you or you and your friends, and they're going to use this green card interview. And I've actually been to one or two interviews like this that turn out to be fishing expeditions to get people jammed up on crimes.
I don't believe I did no crimes.
I didn't say you did.
Yeah.
But tax fraud, I mean, have you ever heard of a guy named Al Capone?
Al Capone?
Yeah, Al Capone. Not Arby Al Capone, like Al. Like his name was Al Capone. He was the biggest criminal in Chicago back in the 1920s and 30s. Mm-hmm. And the way they got Al Capone was on his taxes. So remember, my brother, we're talking about a man from Saudi Arabia, from a predominantly Muslim country, running a cash kind of a business, shipping shit back to Saudi and underreporting the income on it. Knives out, baby, knives out.
Okay, but even though if I'm not working in the state, I'm shipping them overseas, and as the law, anything you export, you're not using in the state, you're not supposed to tax it.
Says who?
Says who? that's the law, because if you have to pay,
dude, that's the law. That's what you're gonna say at your interview.
I'm saying like, let's say if you're gonna export something, like because you're not gonna use it in the state, like you don't have to pay taxes.
All the time, people call this show and they say, "Hey Jim, can I run a business while I'm on an F1?" And I say, "Well, that's pretty risky. It's sort of aggressive. The law doesn't say specifically that you can't own a business, but I just think your problem is this is your problem. Hand's going to be up, sworn under oath, and you're going to have no control over where the conversation goes. And if I'm them, they're going to use it. They're going to use it to crucify you.
But isn't it if that you work while you get married and you were working before you get authorization is forgiven?
As long as you never lied about it.
That's what I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna. Why would I lie? But I'm just asking. Like, oh man, I'm stressed out right now.
I'm sorry.
No, but I'm just saying. I'm just like, let's say if I go to my interview and I have nothing against me, they ask me, you have a criminal history. I don't have anything criminal and nothing with the it is just misrepresentation. Because I was not the one who's doing the paperwork. When the officer asked me, I gave him the right paperwork, and then the process went on, and then they say is over with. But I don't see it as a as a what's the name, like felony or like.
Okay.
So you think this is my problem right now? This is the thing.
I'll say this. Your first question was, Jim, I don't know why I'm having my interview. I think we figured out why you're having your interview.
Okay, so I should pay attention to this.
You should talk to a criminal defense lawyer and an accountant before next week.
Okay, and have them go with me, or just take
neither one of them will go with you. What you need to figure out, especially from the criminal defense attorney, is do I have exposure if I go to this interview and I testify under oath? I'm going to move on, Mo. Good luck, buddy.
All right, bro. Thank you.
You got it.
Have a good day.
Yeah, thanks. Wow, that took a turn. I didn't see that coming. Well, I hope everything goes right for old Mo. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully he just sails right through. But what the heck? Alan is here. Hello, Alan.
Hello, how you doing, sir? How you doing, Jim?
How you? I'm good.
Yeah. Hey, I wanted to start off by me telling you that I'm fighting for derivative citizen. Well, because my father, he became a citizen when he was 14 years old, and he applied for my green card right after when I was 14 and 8 months years old. And then they give me this interview like 2 years later.
Where?
In Garden City in New York. And
okay.
But my father applied for 3 applications at the same day. Me, my brother, and my mom.
Okay.
See, my brother's application, he went to the New York City Plaza. I don't know, some building, 26th Federal Plaza building.
Oh yeah, I've been there.
And he went to this interview. Yeah, he went to this interview like a year after he filed the application. Meanwhile, mine took like 2.5 years, almost like 3.5 years in total.
Are you older?
Yeah, and I wanted to benefit. And I wanted to benefit the automatic derivative citizen. See, I didn't know I could become a derivative citizen, but the adjudication officer did at the time of the interview.
Okay.
And at the time of the interview was when I was 16.5 years old.
Okay.
And he gave it to me 2 months after my 18th birthday, along with my mother's green card.
Okay.
See, my mother's green card was when I was over the age of 18 already, like a week after my 18th birthday. Okay. And 2 months later, she gets her green card along with mine. But I waited 20 months after my interview.
Okay.
And during that process, they asked me to retake my fingerprints from this Garden City office. I believe my application was in action. It was not taking no action during the whole process, because why would I get a letter stating that to me, saying that the INS must send your fingerprints to the FBI, that the INS have to do their job. And that's how I lost my opportunity to derive automatic citizen. See, I'm in Ecuador right now because, yes, I committed a crime that was a deportable offense.
Okay.
But it's like they took advantage of for me not to derive citizen that's normally done.
Okay, so what's the question?
If I could apply for a non-protunct or administrative appeals, because I went to the Second Circuit Court of Appeals. I lost in the BIA and the Second Circuit Court of Appeals. See, the BIA stated that
on your
case is similar.
On your you appealed to the BIA and the Second Circuit on your deportation?
Yeah, I went as far as that because that's the most.
What was your argument on appeal? That you were a U.S. citizen and therefore you weren't deportable, or what?
They unreasonably delayed my paperwork, my green card application.
Oh, that's a stretch.
Remember, my father, when I was 14 years old, I should have gotten it way before my 18th birthday, don't you think?
Yeah, but the remedy for that would have been to sue them while you were waiting. It wouldn't have been. It does just because I agree with you. They should have done it faster, but I don't know that their inaction. I would actually like to read the opinion from the Second Circuit if you want to send it to me. That would be interesting. But basically, what I'm thinking
is my last name.
Okay, I'll look it up. Yeah, just let me write this down.
my last name versus Sessions, 2017.
Oh, good old Jeff Sessions. Sure. Moreira. Okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, I don't think that their failure to adjudicate a case more quickly that would have resulted in you becoming a U.S. citizen. It's an interesting argument, but I would imagine it's not a winner, which is why you're in Ecuador, I guess.
Yeah, it's not a winner because they didn't adjudicate it before my 18th birthday.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I applied for it way long before that. That's my argument.
Yeah.
And my argument is that me and my father, he applied for 3 applications the same day.
Yeah.
My brother got it way faster than me. He got it within a year and a half.
You said
green card.
You said they sent you out for fingerprints. Was the crime that resulted in you getting deported, had it already happened at the time that they sent you fingerprints?
No, I never committed a crime before my 18th birthday, and that's why I was fighting, because I know I committed a crime that was deportable after my 18th birthday. But I'm arguing what happened to why they didn't do their job before my 18th birthday.
How long ago did the Second Circuit rule on your case? How many years ago?
Like 7 years ago.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to get them to reopen anything, but I'll take a look at it. Thanks, Alan. I'll talk to you later.
All right.
See you, buddy. Bye. All right. Boy, a lot of tough cases today. That second to last one was a doozy. Man, I don't know. I think if I walked into that interview and there was more than one person sitting there, I would turn around and walk out. I don't know, unless the criminal defense attorney says everything's cool. All right, everybody. Have a great night. I guess we're doing a show tomorrow, huh, Holy? 2:00 Central. After the old Juma prayer, we'll be doing it at 2 p.m. Central tomorrow. I hope you all have a great night. Come back with some good questions tomorrow, and we'll talk later. Yeah, it was a good one. Bye, guys. I'm great about that, other than trying to help people who are in a state of invasion.